mean, the better you are, the more it is. But with the Mridanga, it doesn't really work like that because it is transcendental and comes directly from the spiritual world. It will not be a transcendental, transparent via media. If the Mridanga player has to be the instrument, and the Mridanga is a personality. It's like reverse. Like Madhava was saying, sometimes, if this happens and the Mridanga player plays beats that he will never be able to play again, that's because Balaram just demonstrates, the Shakti of Balaram just flows. And yeah, so what will happen right now is Madhava will he will explain some beats, what they are, and he will show them, and we hope he's channeling the Shakti of Balaram. Let's see if he is.
Before we go to the Mridanga, these are very powerful weapons. They can make the kirtan really sweet and beautiful, but they can also destroy the kirtan. Kartals. They're very loud and piercing, but if played tastefully and with a little practice and knowledge, they can sound beautiful. So these kartals can be played in different ways. The normal way we play it is, the very, very simple way is the 1, 2, 3. Very simple, right? And then we have our, a little bit more fancy when the kirtan is, slow and more soft, right? We play it on the edge. It's the same 1, 2, 3. Sounds different and more sweet. So the kartal player needs to follow the mridanga player. And the mridanga player needs to follow the singer. So if the kartal player is speeding up, it will make the mridanga player speed up. If the mridanga player is speeding up, then it will make the singer speed up. And the singer doesn't want to speed up. So what do? There's a problem. So focus. That's the main thing. Kirtan means a team. We need to work as a team. The kartal player works with the mridanga player, and the mridanga player follows the mood of the singer. So this is how kirtan works. So this 1, 2, 3 is played according to the style of kirtan, to the intensity, to the mood of the kirtan. If the kirtan is soft, we play something soft. And put feelings into it when it needs a little decoration. And when it goes faster, if it goes louder, it's all about practice, right? We just experiment. You know, we experiment with the sound. You know, what sound do we get on, you know, with this instrument? You know, we try everywhere. You know, all the sides. You know, sometimes I play kartals like this. Or like this. It's also a sound. Right? We just experiment, and we do everything for Krishna's pleasure. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, he gives intelligence, his ability in man. So we pray to Balaram, we pray to Krishna to give us the ability to play kartals or to play Mridanga. So just be careful next time you grab one of those. Don't destroy the kirtan. So the Mridanga is non-different from Balaram. So the very first thing that we do when we are taking Mridanga is to pay respects to Balaram. Namo Jagannathaya Sutaya, Namo Mridanga Lavanam, Rasa Madhuri Sahasra Guna Sangyuktam, Namo Mridanga Lavanam, Namo Baladevaya Namaha. Alright? Yeah. And then the next thing is we touch the Mridanga to our head. In our respect, we pay respects to the Mridanga. So I'm going to show you a few exercises, you know, hand practice. We call it hatuti mantras. You know, the Mridanga that would loosen your hands. You know, just to start with. The very famous one is, everyone knows, etiquette. I personally practiced this mantra for 6 months in Vrindavan. 2 or 3 hours every day just to get those loose. And it needs to be flexible so that you can do anything with it. Te's 4 fingers close on the small side. Te, Re. Raise with the thumb. If you haven't done it before, it might hurt a little bit. It's open. Te, Re. Re is open. K. K is 4 fingers close on the big side. Te, Re, Ke, Ta. Ta is open. 4 fingers open. So we start slowly saying the mantra, and then keep that rhythm for some time, 10-15 minutes, the same rhythm, and then you move to a different speed. And you do that for an hour, if you can. All right. Te re ke ta, 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 te re ke ta. So the whole idea is to just loosen up. And there's more complicated hand practice, like te re ke ta 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 te re. It's all about practice, right? And then we have different sounds. Experiment with the Mridanga. We have different sounds in the Mridanga. We have the one finger open. Australia, you don't have the best Mridangas, you know, because they're, I think, at customs, they X-ray them and they spoil the Mridangas. It's not the best Mridanga, but we'll try our best. It's an open sound. Then we have 3 fingers closed, 1 finger open.
What do you call those sounds?
There are mantras for it, but personally I haven't learned mantras. I've learned a few mantras just to, I'll tell you the story. I started learning mantras from one of the teachers in Vrindavan. And at the same time, I was Aindra's Mridanga player. And that Mridanga teacher told me that I had to stop playing in the Kirtan if I learned from him, because I was playing something else, and I would practice something else, so it would just mess up, you know, the movements of my hands. So I was learning from him for 2 months, just the basic hand practice mantras. And then I told Aindra what he told me, you know, that I had to stop playing in the kirtans. And Aindra Prabhu looked at me very gravely. He said, do you want to die practicing Mridanga, or do you want to die playing in kirtan? I said, okay. Very, very simple. I want to die playing kirtan. And he said, okay, stop learning. I just stopped learning. And because I was going to the deities every day, and I was praying Gaurnitar, Krishna Balaram and Radha Shamsundar. I was praying to them very sincerely, actually. Please, my Lord, but make me become the best Mridanga player. So I was getting, you know, there's beats that would just come, and they would just come once and never come again. So knowledge would flow. So I never really learned mantras, actually. These are just a few basic hand practice mantras that I'm showing you. But the things that I play in kirtan, they're not really mantras. They're mantras in some way. Everything is mantras, but I don't play the technical. I play with
your heart.
With my heart. Okay, so there's different sounds, you know, that we experiment with. The open sound, the closed sound. And we have the closed sound on the big side, the open sound on the big side. Then practice here to make the just get this loose. This is not with the thumb. The thumb is different. And then there's a special sound, which is not really in the books. It's the nails. And we have the very simple Prabhupada beat, you know, what Srila Prabhupada played, you know, in the simple kirtans. Prabhupada would play this very simple beat and get a kirtan going, because he would just put all his love and feelings in this mridanga playing and his singing. It wasn't his fancy mridanga playing that made the kirtan happen. And we have our different versions of this simple Prabhupada beat. So the bass is the same thing, the Prabhupada beat. Then we add a few more things. And then if we play in bhajans more softly, it's the same Prabhupada beat. This we're using the womb. It's all about knowing the mridanga. You know, we try. You know, experiment, see what sound we get here. Kirtan is all about making the mridanga talk. You know, we're expressing our feelings through the mridanga. The mridanga is talking, and kirtan and it makes everyone dance. Attack. This is a little bit more groovy and funky. And clapping is also important in kirtan, so we're going to try and hear you clap in time. Sometimes if you clap too fast, it's not good. Now you clap softly. all about feeling the mood. And sometimes you can even clap with your fingers. I'm just joking. Faster. Practice. This is years of practice, but Srila Prabhupada says rhythm is the heart of kirtan, not music, rhythm. So the Mridanga, is the heart of the kirtan. If we have a good groovy beat, we can keep on singing for hours. But if that rhythm is not happening, so it's really hard to get a kirtan going. And that's why we need strong, good Mridanga players, who can drive a kirtan, but also with a nice mood, of being the servant of Balaram, not using Balaram to get to wherever we want to be. And there's also different rhythms, like the 2-beat. Play for Krishna, and we get more knowledge. Mridanga is beautiful. I've been playing Mridanga since I was 5 years old. But it's never too late to start. So now we're going to do a little. Any questions? We've got 5 more minutes.
Isn't the ones that we have in the temple are the Balaram Mridangas? I think it's a bit. I found them little bit different. You know, I struggle a bit. You know, on the other one if I have to play the same beat. So I'm not sure if you can clear that out.
Yes, the Balaram Mridangas these are the real Mridangas, the traditional coal, from Navadvip, from West Bengal, made out of clay. There's a reason why it's made out of clay, because it resounds. You know, the clay makes it resound. And then we have the heads, which rings, the small head which needs to ring, and the big head also, it needs to have a deep, boomy sound. But the Balaram Mridanga it's a new version of Mridanga, because in the earlier days, they used to go out on Harinams, you know, for 8 to 10 hours every day, and especially in the West, you know, where the weather is not good. It's raining, snow. That's why they made them Balaram Mridanga. But you don't get the best sound out of it. You know, if you want the best sound, this Mridanga, the clay drums are the best. Yeah. Sure.
Madhava, you travel the world a bit. Do you think Kirtan is the same numbers, or is it spreading? Is it some sort of momentum that's spreading quicker, or...?
Kirtan is definitely spreading. Mahaprabhu's, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prediction was, you know, Kirtan will be spread in every town and village. You know, last month we were at this festival in the Ukraine, and on the Black Sea. You know, the devotees there rented a whole resort, and we had kirtans with 10,000 people. 10,000 devotees.
And just Russian devotees?
These are just devotees from Russia and the Ukraine. Not even Europe. So it is definitely spreading. And you can imagine, you know, having kirtan with 10,000 devotees, how powerful, you know, that can be. Because kirtan is the easiest way to connect, to link up. It's the highest form of bhakti yoga, to link up with Krishna. Anyone else?
Actually, if you are reaching the end of the kirtan and people want to dance, and the kirtan leader, for some reason, he can't accelerate, he can't go faster, can the Mridanga player and the kartal player go faster to make it more intense?
That's not really recommended. No, it's always best to follow the leader.
But why can't the leader go faster?
For some reason, sometimes they can't.
Or why does he have to?
They're always on same reason. Like even from the first minute to the last minute, same pace. But sometimes people want to.
But you don't really have to go faster to dance. Madhava doesn't really...
Yeah, that's fine. But when you sing, sometimes as I listen, the Mridanga players, they go double beat, even though you're not accelerating. Is that alright or I'm wrong?
Yeah, there's points in the kirtan when he goes a little faster, it doesn't seem, it's not going fast abruptly, you know, it's slowly going faster. That's his style. That's, you know, more my style of doing kirtan. It starts very slow, then it slowly builds up, then at the end it's going quite fast. You know, the Mridanga player is like sweating, and but it depends on who's singing. You know, but sometimes too fast also is not good. How fast can you dance? Or all right? Or how long can you dance fast? Or the thing about dancing also is we dance gracefully for Krishna's pleasure. Just like the gopis and gopas, they dance for Krishna's pleasure, they dance with Krishna. So we have to dance devotionally, not be like in a rave and banging the head against the wall and doing flips and stuff like that, especially in front of the deities. We have to be very conscious. Yeah, the mridanga. It's not good if the mridanga player forces the singer to go fast. Yeah, so this is the kirtan etiquette. The mridanga player follows with humility, follows the mridanga, the singer. Yeah.
What should be the mood of the devotees who are listening to the kirtan?
Good. Radhika will tell you.
Well, it's a team, right? It's not like on one side and the other side. It has to be the same. Because if the audience is a different mood, how is the kirtan going to happen? It's not possible. It's the same responsibility of focus. And like Madhava was explaining, if we don't know how to play an instrument, we don't start playing then. If somebody, sometimes you can hear, it happened, we are in kirtan and somebody far in the audience is playing 1, 2, 3, but not quite in the rhythm. Or it's a 2-beat kirtan and they're playing 1, 2, 3. Everything is disrupted. We have to be conscious of the kirtan, not of us. This is where we'll start to learn really devotional service, right? It's the first step. It's not all about us, it's about kirtan, it's about Krishna, it's about the other Vaishnavas. It's about everybody else except us. So the mood, the responsibility is the same.
Sometimes when I lead kirtan, I think, well, I'm trying to put as much energy as possible, to bring my mind back when it's like running away. Really closing my eyes and, intensely trying to pray and focus. And then sometimes I open my eyes and I see, wow, people are like looking around, spacing out, and I think, well, okay, why should I waste my time? Why should I put all this energy when other people aren't doing it? And if people were doing it, then the kirtan, the intensity, the power of the kirtan would be much, much more powerful. So it's the same responsibility, with the same focus.
What do you do then as a kirtan leader if you see that they're not enthused or they're not focusing? What can you do then as a kirtan leader?
I just give them some bad looks. Nah.
But I would think also this is what Sachinanand Maharaj did. You were at New Govardhan. Then it was one of the things, when the kirtan is over and then you hear this babble of voices slowly ascending like a crescendo. It was insane. Blah, 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 After the kirtan, we close our eyes, we absorb the mood. We don't just start talking to each other. And Maharaj had to speak again and again and again and again. It's a question of education. We were the same. We had to be educated. Everybody has to be educated. Kirtan is deep, kirtan is intense, and after kirtan, we try to carry that with us. Not just immediately, we switch off a light. We are in a mode of what? Social life right after? It doesn't make sense really. So it means the kirtan leader has his responsibility of always saying louder. Sing, or what is really good is when the kirtan leader starts to say, when he leads and then there is a response, and he has a response lead for a few times. Then it's like the responsibility is on the audience, and then you become more aware, and you become more focused, and then you feel that responsibility. And then when the kirtan goes on, then there's more of a teamwork. It's more like a togetherness.
What I've been also trying to do is, maybe give a small talk in the beginning of the kirtan. How we should try and focus the mind, bring the mind back to the kirtan when it's running away. And I think that helps. It's not just me giving the talk to the audience, but it's also preaching to myself. Just getting myself psyched and ready for this kirtan. And then during the kirtan, you know, just encouraging the people to sing louder, a little louder with your heart. And I'm not just telling the people, this is me, you know. I'm reminding myself, chant with your heart. So I think that also helps. And like Radhika says, you know, Matajis, sometimes I tell the Matajis to sing, or the prabhus to sing, then everyone together. So it makes everyone feel included. It's not my show. You know, Kirtan is never our show. This is Krishna. Krishna is the audience. We're trying to get Krishna's attention. So we need to devise any clever plans that can bring people to focus on the main audience, you know, in a nice way. One more question?
I just have a question about the harmonium. Is there a special mood or approach to how you explain about Mridanga and kartals? Anything about harmonium?
All the instruments are considered to be Balaram, so we treat all the instruments.
And it's just that the harmonium is not really a traditional Indian instrument, but still it's somehow found its way in Gaudiya Vaishnava Kirtan because it supports the voice, it lends sweetness, and then yeah.
If you also see the traditional, well, not really traditional, but the Indian style of music, you know, when the ustad, you know, when the master, you know, is coming on stage and you know, just before he starts playing the harmonium, he touches the harmonium to his head, to his heart. So this is the culture, you know, we respect all the instruments because these instruments are being used in Krishna's service. You know, we don't step over the instruments. We don't let them lie around. You know. This is part of the etiquette, kirtan etiquette. And Krishna sees the attitude and the mood. Krishna doesn't need our voices, you know. And Krishna has the gopis and the gopas. You know, they are like the most beautiful singers. You know, who are we? Who am I? You know, sing like a frog. Not even the frogs in Goloka Vrindavan sings better. It's the mood. I thank you very much for coming and joining us. Hopefully, you know, whatever we talked made some sense for you. Thank you. And also very important, when we one very important thing, when we finish kirtan, we always pay our respects to the Vaishnavas. Humility. Vanchakalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhya